I'm going to be ranking darts players based on their walk-on song. Nothing to do with ability, just purely based on song and stage persona when getting onto the stage. So please don't take offense if I rank your favourite player at the bottom. It's just walk-ons. We've got 6 tiers. Right at the bottom, Get in the Bin. Kind of speaks for itself, really, doesn't it? Terrible walk-on song. Just everything about it's terrible. Above that's meh. It's kind of like no opinion at all. Decent is decent. Crowd pleaser, gets a crowd singing, whatever. Gets the everyone knows the lyrics and whatever. Something that the crowd can actually engage with and give you a bit of personality. You've got iconic, which could be argued, and then obviously the GOAT, which is the best of all time. So let's get into it. The players I've chosen to rank are either still playing or have played in the last couple of years, bar one exception. As you can see right at the start, we've got Wayne Mardle, who is the pioneer of incredible walk-ons. If you haven't seen one of his, then go and Google it, because he's the trendsetter. But yeah, some of these players aren't on tour anymore, but have got iconic walk-on songs, so we'll see when they come around. First player, we've got Ted Everts, Walking Onto Country Roads. I mean, if you don't like the song or whatever, it gets the crowd going. I wouldn't quite put it in iconic just purely because you don't hear it as often as whatever, but crowd pleaser 100%. Whether you think it's a good song or not, it's catchy, it gets the crowd going. Next, Kim Hybrex. It's just a bit of a nothing song, really. Like, used to Walk Onto Hi Ho Silver Lining. That would have probably put him higher, maybe into decent, maybe crowd pleaser, but yeah, his current walk-on song is just pretty meh, innit? Next, the current world champion, world number 2, just lost in the Premier League final as I'm recording this, Luke Littler. You might not think it's a good song, but it gets a crowd going. Me personally, I think it's a great walk-on song. I honestly don't think it's left my head, that little I'm ready to go, oh, oh. I genuinely don't think that's left my head, at least for more than a week since he first walked onto the stage. So that's going in crowd pleasing to me. I know some people don't like it, but I think it's great. Martin Lukeman, Lip Up Fatty. It's a good song. I think it's a good walk-on song. It's not a crowd pleaser really, but definitely decent. It's not meh. It's a good song, and a good song fitting for him, I think. Next, you got Brendan Dolan, Shipping Up to Boston. I mean, another decent song. I'd probably put it in between decent and meh. As a walk-on song, as I said, it might be a great song, but does it really correlate to a walk-on song? I'm just edging it towards decent, but only just. Jan van Veen does like to change his walk-on songs, but I actually don't know what it's called. But if you remember the coffin dance meme, that's what he walks on to. I'm edging it in towards decent. I think it's a good little, not so much in the crowd pleaser because it's got the little catchy little tone, but it's not so much a song in that way. But I think, yeah, decent. I think it's perfect for that. Fallon Sherritt Walks Onto Last Friday Night by Katy Perry, the ultimate white girl song. I think it's great. Probably not crowd pleaser because I can't imagine everyone belting out Katy Perry at the Ali Pali, especially some blokes. But decent for me. I think it's a great song, but I can kind of see how people aren't going to be singing Last Friday Night. Now we're talking Adrian Lewis, Reach Up. Straight into iconic for me. Obviously not on the Pro Tour anymore, but hopefully he'll be back. Playing Modus sometime this month, fingers crossed. But iconic all day long. You know, everyone knows his walk-on song. It's just great. Now, Simon Whitlock's The Ultimate Aussie Song. You think of Australia, you automatically think of Down Under, don't you? Which is why I'm debating on iconic, but I still think just in crowd pleaser, just because it's not quite Adrian Lewis level. Jeffrey does one, Walking On to Bob Marley, Could You Be Loved? I mean, what a song that is. One of my favourite songs of all time, but maybe not so much as a walk-on song in this, I wouldn't say crowd pleaser. People know the words, but it doesn't get them fully going. Most definitely indecent though, it's not Kim Hybrecht's level of meh. Bradley Brooks debuted a new walk-on song at the weekend, Life is a Highway, from the Cars movie. What an absolute tune that is. As high as it's going to go, though, it's decent. Purely on this ranking, maybe I should have added one in between crowd pleaser and decent. I think that would have been better because I feel like a lot of these are going to go in decent. But what a tune. Hopefully, he has some big runs at majors so the crowd sort of get to know that song. Now, Christoph Ratajski's Walk On, the epitome of meh. Just, obviously, he's not full of character, Christoph Ratajski, in his own way. That's not me having a dig at him or whatever, but he doesn't really bring much to the Walk On, does he? Now, someone who does bring something to the Walk On, Cameron Menzies. He's been chopping and changing his Walk On song. I'm not sure what his actual one would be on the stage now, but he's box office Cameron Menzies, whether you like him or not, whether you hate him for his over theatrics or whatever, but he does bring something to the stage. On his Walk On, I'm going to go decent. Maybe not the song so much, but what he brings to the stage. Martin Schindler Walks Onto Ich Will by Rammstein. German song, gets a German crowd going. I'm putting it in meh just because I feel like it's just quite a downbeat song in terms of that way. Germans will probably prove me wrong, whatever. Welcome to your opinion, but I don't really get anything from it. Steve Beaton, obviously retiring from the PDC circuit last year, now on the seniors tour, playing modus, etc. But his walk-on song, for me, iconic. Staying Alive, the epitome. Think Bee Gees, 80s music. Steve Beaton is that, his longevity in the sport makes that iconic. That's been his song for however long. Iconic for me. Maybe not so much in terms of the walk-on song, but the association between the song and him is iconic for me. Ryan Joyce's walk-on, obviously associated to Tetris. He likes his retro computer games. Fair play to him. As a walk-on song, it's a meh. It's nothing really special, is it? Reigning European champion Richie Edhouse walking onto Our House by Madness. That's perfect for him. Just decent, and it's nothing out of this world. It's not a crowd pleaser so much because it's one of those songs that the chorus, but nothing else after that. So I think it just fits into the decent category. Another player not on the PDC circuit anymore, Devin Peterson, crowd pleaser for me with his little dance, Waka Waka. This is a great song. It's a great walk-on song. Association to him, obviously from South Africa. The little dance gets a crowd going. Crowd pleaser, no doubt. Now, Neil Zonneveld is an interesting one. Walking onto Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. What an absolute tune. I really should have made an extra category in between crowd pleaser and decent, because it feels bad putting it in decent because it's better than decent, but it's not crowd pleaser, so it's going to have to go in there. But what a song that is. And we have now approached our first Get in the Bin, Barry Van Peer. Anything from the Dutch where they walk onto any hard style, if that's what you want to call the genre. Someone will probably critique me for that. It's terrible. People like it, whatever, you're entitled to your opinion, but for me, get in the bin. Another one that divides opinion, Ricardo Pietreczka walking on to Gotta Catch 'Em All, Pokemon, whatever you want to call it, but I don't dislike it. It's not get in the bin category for me, but it's meh. I think it's just a bit, yeah. Jules Van Dong, along the same lines as Barry Van Peer, get in the bin. Same style of song, same genre, whatever you want to define it. If you can even call it music, it's just noise in it really, but yeah, get in the bin. Danny Noppert, High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. People like to hate the song a lot. I don't dislike it as much as other people as a song, but as a walk-on song, it's just meh, innit? Josie De Souza, one of the many players to walk onto a Pitbull song. I Know You Want Me. I think meh again. I mean, it's just not a great walk-on song, is it? People know it and whatever, but it just doesn't really bring that extra quality to take it into decent from meh, in my opinion. Shaggy Scott Williams, Fall Out Boy, decent for me. Nothing out of this world, but I think it's just middle of the ground. Boris Kirchmar walks on to Chelsea Dagger. Can you get any more unoriginal than that? It just screams of, I don't have a walk-on song, PDC give me something. You hear it so often. I'm kind of fed up with Chelsea Dagger in itself. Every ITV break or whatever, you hear it, but get in the bin. Originality would be great, Boris, please. We've now reached former world champion, current world number one Luke Humphries. I Predict a Riot, obviously walking onto Cake by the Ocean. That would have had a different ranking, but I Predict a Riot, crowd pleaser. People know the words. It's upbeat. It just gets them going. I think it's perfect. It was a very much welcome change in my opinion, and I think for Humphries as well. Luke Woodhouse, C'est La Vie by Stereophonics. Another good song. Maybe not so much a walk-on song, but I can't put it in meh because I do like the song, so gotta go decent. Peter Snakebite Wright, two-time world champion. Everything about this is going in the GOAT tier. The song itself, the dance, the mohawk, whatever you want to call it when it goes on stage, the little, that what he does across the stage, you've got, everything about it is the epitome of a walk-on, I think, and deserves to be in the GOAT tier. Now, Jermaine Wattimena isn't quite of the Jules Van Dong and Barry Van Peer level, but it's getting in the bin. Bella Ciao remix of some sort. It sounds terrible. I don't really have much else to say about it other than it's terrible. Ian White, Play That Funky Music. A good song, crowd pleaser. People love that song. And the song itself's good. Obviously, where the old Ian White dab on stage isn't to everyone's liking, but I think it's funny. I go in crowd pleaser because I'm not quite sure why he still does the dab when he started doing that, when it was actually relevant, but to continue doing it is interesting to say the least, but crowd pleaser, why not? Dirk van Duivenbode, a Dutch walk-on I can actually get behind. Obviously, we all know the backstory behind Dirk in this song. He gets the crowd going. Maybe too much, obviously, when he had that fall against Dylan Slevin on the Euro Tour. People say it caused his injury. Apparently it didn't, but he did take a nasty fall. I think, iconic crowd pleaser. A lot of people know this walk-on song, and the whole walk-on itself. I'm putting it iconic. Just about iconic for me because, yeah, it gets the crowd going there, but yeah, iconic. I'm not going to change my mind now. Now, Dimitri Van den Berg obviously recently changing his walk-on song to Play Hard by Akon. I'm not a fan. I wasn't really a big fan of Happy, but I think even that was better than Work Hard, Play Hard, whatever the song's called. Meh. Because I think it's cringy. I think it takes too long half the time. You know, he can spend 2 minutes on his walk-on, so yeah, meh for me. Not quite getting the bin, but meh. Raymond van Barneveld, Eye of the Tiger, straight into the GOAT tier. You know, the fact, just his Rotterdam walk-on alone puts him in iconic. Every single year in the Premier League, they're all wearing orange, they're all chanting Barney Army. Just everything about that is the walk-on, and with the fans behind him, it's iconic. Obviously, his stature in the game, top 5 players of all time, it's going in GOAT. Tina Turner and Menci Shilovic next. Crowd pleaser for me. People love that song. Well, maybe some fans in Scotland don't, because he actually had to change it once, if you didn't know. I think it was an Aberdeen Premier League night, and then actually I think he used it in an Aberdeen Premier League night and then had to change it for a Glasgow Premier League night. Scottish football fans will know why. It's associated with Rangers. Obviously Celtic have been adopting it recently because they are the best team in Scotland, but crowd pleaser for me. Michael Bully Boy Smith, we've not heard this song for a while, obviously not in the Premier League this year, but Shut Up and Dance, crowd pleaser for me. It's a cheesy song, whatever, but it's catchy, it's singable, people know the words, crowd pleaser all day long. And another crowd pleaser, Ross Smith, Red Light Spells Danger. I can't believe he actually debated on changing this earlier in the year. I think, was it a year or two he walked out to a different song, got backlash, wondering why on earth he changed it. I can't remember what he changed it to, but something not as good as Red Light Spells Danger. People love the song, yeah, it's great. Ryan Searle's an interesting one again because I love the song. I think it fits Ryan Searle absolutely to a T. I think everything fits Ryan Searle to a T. Heavy metal nickname. The fact he throws 32-gram darts. The fact he likes metal music. Just perfect. But it's not higher than decent on this. It's not a crowd pleaser. It's not iconic. It's not GOAT status. But it's certainly not meh. Much like a lot of people from the Northeast, Sam Fender and Callum Ridds. Decent again. Supersonic Missiles. Good song. Not a crowd pleaser, but it's not meh. It's in that decent category. Josh Rock walking on to one of Rangers' songs, Welcome to the Party. The song itself's not great, is it? I think this is meh. People might push it a bit higher. I wouldn't be against putting it in decent, but it's just a bit terrible, isn't it? Madas Rasma walking on to Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. That is a crowd pleaser. Everyone knows the words to that song, or the chorus anyway, and that alone gets that little buzz, which you might not associate with Madas Rasma. You know, he's not exactly not got the most personality on stage, but his walk-on song, perfect. Now, Gerwyn Price, Ice Ice Baby. Obviously, I made a TikTok earlier on in the year when he changed it to Miles Smith. That got a bit of backlash. People didn't like that. Ice Ice Baby for me, just dull. I know Iceman, Ice Ice Baby, whatever, the connection's there, but it's just dull. It's just really doesn't have that uplift at all. I feel like, especially for Gerwyn Price, he needs that little uplift. Obviously, he's changed his walk on plenty of times. Katy Perry Raw, I think, was even better than Ice Ice Baby, but yeah, meh for me. Willie O'Connor, Zombie, straight into iconic tier. Just from that one Premier League night he played as a contender alone. He didn't actually use it full time as a walk-on song. Now he does. Iconic for me. Potentially even GOAT. Do you know what? I'm putting it in GOAT. That Premier League walk-on alone is one of the best we've ever seen. And for that, I think I can put him that high. Now, Ryan Meikle walks into This Girl by Kungs. I mean, a good walk-on song just doesn't really fit Ryan Meikle, does it? Because Ryan Meikle's not exactly the most interesting player to watch on stage, rather boring, but it's not a crowd pleaser. I'd probably put it... Oh, where's he gone? I've lost him. He's decent because the song itself's good. Ryan Meikle doesn't really get much out of it because it's Ryan Meikle, but yeah, meh. Decent, I mean, sorry. Wessel Nyman, people might not know his walk-on song. It's been passed around quite a few times. Jeff Smith used to walk onto it as well. Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. Crowd pleaser. What a song that is. He doesn't always get the connection he deserves because he does walk on quite fast, Wessel Nyman, but if that song plays out fully, you know, you got the match play at the end of this year, you got the World Grand Prix, you could get a good reception for that song, so crowd pleaser all day long. Back-to-back crowd pleasers, I think. Yella Clarkson, Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon. Crowd pleaser, good song, sing along, people know the words. What more can I say? And the same can be said for Max Hop, walking on to Hey Baby. Not iconic, just purely because quite a few people have walked onto it, so I don't think it can kind of be iconic in that way, but crowd pleaser, 100%. Although they literally just played the chorus of that song, it still gets a crowd going, so yeah. Now, Florian Hempel, I have absolutely no idea what this song says, because it's in German, but I think it's really good. Like, German fans, if you want to comment and tell me what it's about, if it's an upbeat song or whatever, I think it's good. I'm not quite sure what it says. Obviously, I'm not fluent in German. I don't know a word of German, but I think it's good. So I'm putting it in decent. Now, I'm going to put bias aside for this one. Daryl Gurney, Sweet Caroline. I cannot stand this song. I absolutely detest it. But the crowd don't. So it has to go as high as crowd pleaser. I wouldn't quite say it's iconic, but crowd pleaser. People love Sweet Caroline at any sporting event. I can't stand it, but it is what it is. Now, Andrew Gilding's walk-on song is great, but if it was sung by Stephen Bunting, it would be even better. Gold, I think it's a great walk-on song. Stephen Bunting sang it great. It's a crowd pleaser. Next, the Highlander, Big John Henderson, or Bo Greaves, they both walk onto the same song. Status Quo, Rockin' All Over the World. Crowd pleaser. God, I've got a lot in crowd pleasers, don't I? But people love it. It's a good song. People know the words. The same reasoning again, but these ones in crowd pleaser are the perfect walk-on songs, I think. And, well, anything above are the perfect walk-on songs. These below, good songs or whatever, but John Henderson's got both. Now, I did say at the start there would be an exception to one player. Obviously, Wayne Mardle has not played professional darts in around 14 years, so he's a bit of an exception here, but he's going in the GOAT category. His walk-ons alone, the way he ran on the stage, the Hawaii 5-0, walk-on song with the Hawaii 501 nickname, great, really a pioneer for modern-day walk-ons. Ricky Evans' main walk-on song, I think, is still YMCA, although he did use Madonna twice in the Worlds, but I feel like they both go into the crowd pleaser category. YMCA, I mean, gets a crowd going, whatever. The Madonna songs worked really well for him. I don't know if they're going to stick, but both of those, I think, nothing higher than crowd pleaser. Definitely not decent, so go in there. Mike DeDecker walking on to Three Little Birds, another Bob Marley song, much like Jeffrey Does One. I love the song. It's a great song. Crowd pleaser, just because the reception you got at the Grand Prix for it was really, really good. It's a great song to sing along to. Not quite iconic yet, you know. Mike DeDecker could be in the Premier League next year. It could move up a tier. If you've got 16 weeks of hearing that song, it could push up to iconic, much like some of the players that you'll see soon. But for now, crowd pleaser. Now, this is one I'm debating. Joe Cullen, Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. It's either going to be an iconic or crowd pleaser. I'm hedging towards iconic just because of the coverage it gets every single time. You know, that clip where the fans at Ali Pali were literally singing the song for about a minute and a half after he was actually on the stage, I think makes it iconic just about. And similarly, Gabriel Clemens walking onto Wonderwall by Oasis, another absolute, well, a hit with any sporting crowd at all. But just because he hasn't got that, it doesn't quite go an iconic, just because he doesn't have that novelty on the stage, if you get what I mean. Joe Cullen, we've seen him a lot more on every World Championship, not every World Championship stage, any big stage at all, really. Clemens hasn't qualified for the match play for a few years now. He's not at that, well, he's not as established as Joe Cullen, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So, crowd pleaser for me. Dave Chizzy Chisnott, Dizzy by Vic Reeves, and his other songs, Johnny Depp as well on the European tour. That's a bit, not for me, but I'm putting this crowd pleaser because people do know the chorus again. People know, you know, Dizzy, Chizzy, whatever. He's had that walk-on song a long, long time, so the correlation's there. Matt Campbell walking on to I'm on Top of the World by Imagine Dragons. Not quite getting the bin level. Meh for me. All I can think of when I hear that song is, was it a Haven advert or Centre Parks or something like that? They used to have that as their adverts. That's all I can think of when I hear it. And it's just not a great walk-on song, is it? It's just not really that upbeat. Nathan Aspinall, a tricky one. Iconic or GOAT? I think I'm fed up of this song, is my honest opinion. And I think that's what moves it down to iconic, not quite GOAT level. Just because I'm seriously fed up of hearing it every week. And I kind of hoped he wouldn't be as good in the Premier League as he was, because he's obviously reaching semi-finals and finals, so we're hearing it more often. Yeah, Mr. Brightside gets a crowd going, but not quite GOAT for me. Can't really see it here, but I'll show you that is Kevin Dukes in the picture. Rock and Roll All Night, by Kiss. decent for me. Debuted at the 2024 Worlds where he had that win over the loss over Michael Smith, sorry, won the next year obviously against him. Decent for me. It's a good song. I think it works. Not quite crowd pleaser because people just know the wanna rock and roll all night, like, and then after that people don't really know, but definitely decent for me. James Wade has had plenty of walk-on songs over the years. Currently Elton John, I'm Still Standing, crowd pleaser for me. Boys Are Back in Town was just a bit of a mere walk-on song. The change was very much welcome. Much like Luke Humphries, I think they were both sensible decisions to move to Elton John. I'm Still Standing fits for Wade as well, obviously. The longevity, the dip, and now back up at the top. I think he's back in the world top 10 now and could even get higher by the World Championship, by the World Match Play. Not got too much money to defend, so Elton John works for him. I have no idea what walk-on song Damon Hector officially uses, what he's going to use on the stage. It chops and changes. His one on the European Tour this year has been great. I'm not quite sure what the song is, but the Netherlands Euro song, whatever you want to call it, the left and then right, whatever it is in the language that the song is actually, I'm not quite sure, but gets the crowd going a lot. I'm hedging towards iconic, but I think just crowd pleaser, just once again, the longevity. If he's in a Premier League next year and does it every week, iconic for me, but just crowd pleaser. Johnny Clayton's walk-on song is absolutely perfect for Johnny Clayton. Johnny be good, crowd pleaser, people love it, it's a good song, fits for Johnny. Johnny's a likeable guy, it's a likeable song, perfect for him. Now Rob Cross, Hot 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 was pretty poor in my opinion. This David Guetta song that he's got, terrible. Tempted to get in the bin, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because it's Rob Cross and he's a good player and I like Rob. Meh for me, not quite the level of those four at the bottom. Now Chris Dobie, just as I'm recording this video, European Tour 8 or 9, European Darts Open Leverkusen, whatever that is, has just gone. He walked onto Hey Jude, so I'm not quite sure whether that's going to be his new walk-on song over Ant and Dec, but I think it might be because why would he use it in Germany as a start? I think it's better. I think that will become a crowd pleaser. I think Let's Get Ready to Rumble is arguably a crowd pleaser anyway, so I'm happy to put that in crowd pleaser. Now we've got just two names left, Stephen Bunting and Michael van Gerwen. I don't think there's any debate in these. GOAT and GOAT. Well, Stephen Bunting potentially maybe iconic, but for me, I love everything about that walk-on. And Michael van Gerwen, second best player of all time, one of the best walk-on songs. He's got the chant that goes along with it. Is just intimidating for any player with the green lights, Seven Nation Army starts and whatever. So those two are into GOAT tier, which finalises the whole list. Plenty of crowd pleasers in there. I think it's pretty evenly spaced out. I don't think there's, obviously, as I said in the video, I think maybe I could have had a list in between crowd pleaser and decent. I think that would have made the list a bit more representative, but looking back, I don't think I've really changed anything, to be honest. Obviously, GOAT and iconic, they're somewhat similar in that regard, so debate's there, but I'm not debating any of these and getting the bin. They're all terrible. None of them meh. Yeah, I'm happy with my list. And yeah, that concludes the video. So make sure to like and subscribe. First video on this channel. If you've come from TikTok, thank you very much. Going to be posting a lot more videos on this channel. Let me know what you want to see. I'm going to be posting previews, predictions, reviews of tournaments. I'm going to be posting videos like this. I'm going to be posting stories about certain players that are still playing now, ex-players, major winners, forgotten players, streets won't forget players, whatever. Whatever you want to see, let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching.